हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल ड्रीम स्पोर्ट्स विद सुदीप। मेरा नाम सुदीप तालुकदार है और मैं स्पोर्ट्स पॉडकास्ट बनाता हूँ। लेकिन मैंने सोचा क्यों ना इन सब स्पोर्ट पॉडकास्ट को वीडियोस में कन्वर्ट कर लिया जाए ताकि लोग सुनने के साथ साथ देख कर भी इसका मजा ले सकें। ये मेरा पहला यूट्यूब वीडियो है, तो आशा करता हूँ आप सब लोगों को पसंद आए। अगर अच्छा लगे तो यू नो द ट्रेंड, हिट द लाइक बटन एंड डू सब्सक्राइब। Why not we discuss more often about women's football as much as we do about men's football? क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वुमेन्स फुटबॉल भी सेम लेवल ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट प्रोवाइड करते हैं जैसा मेंस फुटबॉल करता है। क्या आपको पता है कि ब्राजील में द वुमेन्स नेशनल टीम एंड द मेंस नेशनल टीम बोथ गेट्स द सेम पे? Isn't it incredible? ऐसे कई इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट्स के बारे में चर्चा करने मेरे साथ मौजूद है आज के गेस्ट मिस रंजिनी दासगुप्ता। She is a biotech engineer, she's a hardcore sports fan, and she's a football player as well. She was recently featured in the Arsenal's official page to celebrate the female fans for India initiative. She was a part of the FA Community Shield Final 2020 Fans Face Off. तो अगर आपको वुमेन्स फुटबॉल की हिस्ट्री के बारे में जानने की इच्छा है, अगर आपको इसके करंट सिनेरियो के बारे में जानना है और कई कई अमेजिंग स्टोरीज और इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट्स के बारे में जानना है अबाउट वुमेन्स फुटबॉल, देन दिस पॉडकास्ट इज फॉर यू। इट इज आल्सो अवेलेबल ऑन स्पॉटिफाई एज वेल। सो इन कन्वर्सेशन विद रंजिनी दासगुप्ता, एंजॉय। Hi Ranjini, it's great to have you on the show. And how are you feeling today?
Thanks, Sudeep, for having me here. I am really excited and looking forward to this conversation.
Same here. So first, let's start from the beginning. Okay, कहाँ से शुरू हुआ ये फुटबॉल का जो चस्का है, वो कहाँ लगा और वुमेन्स फुटबॉल कब से फॉलो करना शुरू किया? And your childhood memory with the football and your favorite team of women's football.
Okay. Actually, it started back in 2010. So my brother was watching this match, Chelsea versus Arsenal. And I was watching it with him. पर मुझे फुटबॉल का कुछ पता नहीं था. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know how to play. मुझे कुछ नहीं आता था. I was just watching the match. And Arsenal won 2-0. And I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the way they were playing. And I started following them more and more. And that's how I got into football. I developed the passion. I started following it more. And I eventually fell in love with Arsenal. So that's how the journey began. And मैं खेलना स्टार्ट की थी when I was in class 11. तो क्या हुआ था, मेरे स्कूल में एक इनविटेशन आया था कि कोई गर्ल्स फुटबॉल टूर्नामेंट हो रहा है, इंटर स्कूल टूर्नामेंट. So we didn't have any girls football team at that time. So all the girls who were in the athletics team formed a football team and we played our first tournament together. So that was that's a vivid memory I have of the initial days when I started playing football. Okay. And I already told you Arsenal is my favorite club. And इंडिया के बारे में बोलेंगे तो it's East Bengal.
Of course, आप वेस्ट बंगाल से आती हो, तो मुझे ये कोई शौक नहीं है ये सुनना कि या तो आप मोहन बगान चूज करती या फिर आप ईस्ट बंगाल चूज करती. और आर्सेनल मतलब जिस टीम को देखकर आपने खेलना शुरू किया तो वही आपका फेवरेट टीम होना ही था, तो इसमें मैं कुछ शौक नहीं हूँ. तो अब आ जाते हैं रंजिनी एक ऐसे टॉपिक पर जो कि है हिस्ट्री ऑफ वुमेन्स फुटबॉल. There is a story that I know. It's a very interesting story that at the time when football just started, women's football was way more popular than the men's football. इसके बारे में एक स्टोरी है जो मैं चाहूंगा कि आप बोले, क्योंकि मुझे ये यकीन है कि ये जो स्टोरी है बहुत ही fascinating है for the viewers as well. So I want you to tell that.
Yeah, sure. You know, we all think that women's football is not popular. ज़्यादा लोग देखते नहीं है. It's not interesting. But the scenario was quite different back in the time of World War I. तो 1914 में क्या हुआ था? England declared a war on Germany and all the men were fighting the war. तो factories में उनको substitute करने के लिए कोई तो होना चाहिए. So the women went and worked in the factories. तो क्या होता था कि during lunch breaks और कुछ भी break के वक्त they used to play football. Now football was initially discouraged कि लड़की लोग को खेलना नहीं चाहिए, but during that war time people thought कि इससे मोरल बूस्ट होगा तो उनके फैक्ट्रीज पे प्रोडक्टिविटी ज्यादा होगा, इसलिए वो लोग अलाउ करते थे. So there was this one particular club which stood out from the rest, which is Dick Curl Ladies FC. So the club's name is actually after the name of the factory where the players used to work.
Okay.
तो वहाँ पे क्या होता था, वैसे ही वो लोग कैजुअली फुटबॉल खेलते थे. और एक दिन क्या हुआ, the women in the factory somehow defeated the men in the factory in a football match. So that's when they formed a team and officially सब कुछ बना, and that is like Dick Curl Ladies FC is the most famous club back in that era. So, and one particular player in that team was Lily Parr, and trust me, everybody feared her on the field, including the men. She was 6 feet tall. Her shots were so fierce कि एक दिन उसने एक मेल गोलकीपर का हाथ तोड़ दिया. And yeah, and she I think she scored around 43 goals in her debut season, and she was just 14 years old.
Wow.
Modern times में हम लोग उसको गोट कहते हैं, you know?
Okay, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
And you won't believe me, ऐसे करते करते बहुत सारे टीम्स फॉर्म हुए. लड़की लोग स्टेडियम्स में खेलने लगे. एंड ट्रस्ट गेस द नंबर ऑफ फैंस हु यूज्ड टू गो देयर. जस्ट गेस कितना हो सकता है?
Maybe 20, 10, 20.
It crossed 50,000, 60,000. इतना लोग देखने आते थे कि they couldn't accommodate everyone in the stadium, so they decided to do this ticket system. कि टिकट खरीद के देखने आना पड़ेगा. This was the popularity back then in the 1910s,
Wow,
1920 के वक्त.
Wow.
But what happened is in 1921 war सब खत्म हो गया. The men came back and the FA decided to ban women's football. They prohibited them from playing in the grounds. Even they prohibited their referees to officiate women's matches. तो उन लोग का रीजन क्या था? They said कि women are not suitable to play football. उन लोग का हेल्थ इश्यूज हो जाएगा, so उन लोग को खेलना बैन कर दिया वो लोग. So after 1921, 50 years passed by, 5 decades, no women's football. Officially no women's football. और 1971 में after 50 years वो उसको फिर से चालू किया गया. वो बैन को लिफ्ट कर दिया एफए ने.
बट तब तक पॉपुलैरिटी बहुत हद तक जा चुकी थी.
Yeah, obviously. See, 5 decades का गैप हो गया था, and within these 50 years, the men's football progressed a lot. They were in the peak, and the women's football had to start from the scratch.
Yes.
You can now, get an idea कि इतना difference क्यों है women's और men's football में. I think that was a blunder made by the FA. क्योंकि उसका रिपरकशंस हम लोग आज भी भुगत रहे हैं. आज भी उसका कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हम लोग फेस कर रहे हैं. इफ दे वुडंट हैव बैंड दैट और वो मोमेंटम चलता जाता वुमेन्स फुटबॉल में, तो शायद आज कुछ और ही होता.
सो रंजनी, हिस्ट्री ऑफ वुमेन्स फुटबॉल की तो बात हो गई, लेकिन अब आ जाते हैं, आप उदास हो गई थी बहुत क्योंकि बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट एफए डिड. नाउ just to make you a little bit happy, let's talk about your favorite team, Arsenal. Arguably the most successful English side in women's football, in English women's football. 15 league titles, 14 FA Women's Cup, 10 Women's Premier League Cup, 5 FA Community Shield. So many trophies. You must be a really, really proud fan. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I am, but I'm really sad that I didn't found out about this women's team earlier. Because I started watching football in 2010, तो तब मैं just men's team को follow करती थी. I had no clue कि women's team भी exist करता है Arsenal के लिए. I found it out quite later, and when I found it out, कोई way नहीं था to watch their matches क्योंकि कोई live stream होता नहीं था. Recently, a couple of years ago, the FA decided to launch an app, the FA Player. वहाँ पे उसका वुमेन सुपर लीग का सारा मैचेस लाइव दिखाता है, एंड दैट्स व्हेन आई एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग आर्सेनल वुमेन्स टीम. सो या, आई थिंक अगर मीडिया विजिबिलिटी तब थोड़ा ज्यादा होता तो मैं उसको पहले से फॉलो कर पाती,
और शायद और 5 to 10 ट्रॉफीज जीत चुके होते आपके सपोर्ट के वजह से. So, but Arsenal fans are gonna kill me for this. But Ranjini, I should say that often Arsenal fans get trolled that they never won the UCL, that is the UEFA Champions League. But ये सच नहीं है. ये सच बात नहीं है. सच बात क्या है Ranjini? What is the
actually
truth?
I get trolled a lot कि Arsenal कभी Champions League नहीं जीता. But then I tell them that Arsenal did win Champions League. But it was not the men's team, it was the women's team back in the 2006-07 season. And Arsenal is the only English women's club to win the Champions League trophy, the UEFA Women's Champions League trophy.
And one more thing is that they are also the only club in either men or women's football to win the quadruple.
Yeah, they won the quadruple in that season only, 2006-07. They won the Champions League, they won the Domestic League, they won the FA Cup, they won the Premier League Cup. So that was like, I don't think that kind of feat has been achieved by any other club ever.
Absolutely. But still मैं देखता हूँ कि उतने popularity नहीं है. They're sad that men's team haven't won the UEFA Champions League. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि ये popularity होनी चाहिए क्योंकि आप singularity कर दे रहे हो. क्योंकि why can't you just support a team as a whole team? Why are you doing such stereotypic things of supporting the men's team and not the women's team? Because I think they both play for the Arsenal thing. So where do you think is the problem that the women's football is facing? Like other than popularity तो है ही, but इसके अलावा क्या?
See, it's about exposure. Me being a women's football fan, being an amateur player myself, I started following women's football a lot later in my life. क्योंकि वो exposure नहीं था. Let's take for example, you have two kids, one girl and one boy. तो how do you bring them up? जो लड़का होता है उनको आप cricket bats देते हो, cars gift करते हो, और जो लड़की होता है उसको आप kitchen set gift करते हो, soft toys gift करते हो. So that's like in our brain कि लड़के लोग स्पोर्ट्स फिजिकली जो मतलब उसमें फिजिकल फैक्टर बहुत है, लड़की लोग डेलिकेट होते हैं, वो लोग नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो वी हैव ग्रोन अप बिलीविंग दिस. And
sometimes they don't even want that. They want to play the sport actually.
Yeah. And if you look around you, how many girls have you seen play football in your complex?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Either none or very rare.
Yeah.
I myself haven't. मैंने कभी किसी लड़की को फुटबॉल खेलते हुए नहीं देखा, टीवी पे नहीं देखा, forget about in my locality. तो मुझे कभी पता ही नहीं था कि लड़की लोग भी खेल सकते हैं. I did not have that idea. So जब तक आप किसी चीज पे, if you don't get the exposure, how will you understand that yes, this can happen, you can do it too? So I think awareness increase होना चाहिए, exposure बढ़ना चाहिए, और एक बात है कि there has to be a footballing culture, sports culture that is very much missing, especially in India. We still
from the grassroots level.
Yeah, we still consider sports as a hobby or just as an extracurricular activity. उसको कोई seriously नहीं लेते हैं.
Especially for girls, you're trying to say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, especially for girls. It's a multifaceted problem we are facing, and I think only a holistic development can solve this issue. It will take some time, but we are slowly progressing.
Absolutely. So Ranjini, from problems, we go to the rise of women's football. And from the rise, there's only one name that comes to my mind. That is Nadia Nadeem. Really, what a fascinating story. Her father was killed by Taliban when she was 11 years old in Afghanistan. She fled to Denmark, played for Denmark, scored around 200 goals, and on the same time she was also studying surgeon as well, and she speaks 11 languages, and she was recently named on the Forbes most powerful woman of the year.
Yes. See, Nadia Nadeem is more than just a player, more than just a good player, because look at her journey. I mean, a 10-year-old kid watching her father being assassinated by Taliban. Imagine the situation there. Her siblings and her mom flew to Denmark via Pakistan and Italy. And in fact, she started playing in the refugee camp itself. That's where her footballing career, so-called career started. And from there to playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, PSG. Before PSG, she played for Portland Thorns, which is like a very good club in the US. And she, I think, also
she played for Manchester City as well.
Yeah, for Manchester City as well. And she had an incredible career. I think we all look up to her. The kind of struggle she had and where she is now, that's commendable.
Because if someone asked me that अगर आपको कोई रोल मॉडल दिखाना हो तो मेरे हिसाब से नादिया नदीम से अच्छा रोल मॉडल नहीं हो सकता.
Yeah, of course. And
अभी फिलहाल
amidst all of this football thing, she managed to prepare for her like medical career. She's going to become a reconstructive surgeon. That's unimaginable.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, that is some brilliant, because we know that being a doctor is not just a piece of cake, and playing football side by side and also doing your surgeon thing, incredible, just blew my mind when I just heard the story. And I hope that our guests also get encouraged by that, whoever hears the story, and gets motivated by that. Now Ranjini, there is one question I ask like everybody who, in whatever game they play, is that what about Indian sports? What about Indian women's football? Where do you think it's going? What is the current scenario? And like what is the thing that you want to say that ये होना चाहिए अभी जिसके वजह से the game should develop?
Yeah, the moment you say Indian women's football, the first name that comes to my mind is Bala Devi. She's been doing amazing in the Scottish Premier League. She's playing for Rangers, and that's like she's a role model for all the young Indian players out there. And recently, Aditi Chauhan, the Indian goalkeeper, went to this Icelandic third-tier club. So those are the positive things. But I think there is a lot going wrong in the Indian women's football scenario. There's IWL, Indian Women's League, which is the official league in India. It started in 2016. And there are, I think, 12 teams which participates in it. एक तो पहले group stage होता है और फिर semi-final, final. I don't know why they make it a totally league system. क्योंकि number of matches बहुत कम. And the more number of matches a player plays, the better she becomes. So I think number of matches should increase, and for that, we also need to increase the number of teams participating. That's another issue.
So you mentioned earlier that, the exposure that you're talking about, that you mentioned earlier, that they don't get as much exposure.
I think the federation has also its role to play in here. And, these women footballers, they can't survive only on their footballing career क्योंकि इतना गंदा situation है अभी. They have to rely on side jobs, these part-time jobs. And also I think grassroots से development होनी चाहिए, not just for women. I think Indian men's football also need that. Infrastructure भी होना चाहिए. I think this is like it's growing slowly, but that's the problem. It's growing very slowly. I think the population of India आप देखोगे और किसी और country के देखोगे जैसे कि Iceland वगैरह, they have such less population, still they produce quality players. I think Indian का अगर वो system ठीक से काम करे, we can produce a lot of quality players.
I strongly believe in that, because in a population of 1.3 billion, I think there has to be many lot of talented players जो आने चाहिए. और लेकिन इस एक क्वेश्चन जो मैं इसमें एक आपको पूछना चाहूंगा, मैं जानना चाहूंगा आपके राय इसमें कि वुमेन्स वर्ल्ड कप जो होता है और मेंस वर्ल्ड कप जो होता है, द व्यूअरशिप वाज ऑलमोस्ट हाफ. So where do you think this lack is there? Like, is it social media, or is it like the people are not supporting? Where do you think it's lacking?
Again, it's about awareness and exposure. अगर आप किसी से पूछे who won the last World Cup, everybody will reply France. Nobody will say USA. Because आधे जन को तो पता ही नहीं है वुमेन्स वर्ल्ड कप भी होता है. अगर जिसको पता भी है वो लोग उसको फॉलो नहीं करते क्योंकि उन लोग they don't find interest in it. इंटरेस्ट तभी आएगा जब एक्सपोज होंगे आप उस चीज से. एक्सपोज कब होंगे? जब मीडिया विजिबिलिटी आएगा. मीडिया विजिबिलिटी कब आएगा? जब इन्वेस्टमेंट्स होगा. सो एवरीथिंग इज लाइक कोरिलेटेड,
interconnected. Yeah, of course, interconnected. So like I just really hope that from our video, more and more people come and join and see women's football and support as well. Not only Indian women's football, but also the world women's football, because I think they provide huge number of talent and they provide a huge number of entertainment to us, just as the men's football do. So I just hope for the best. So UEFA Euro men's are going on. Who do you think is going to win?
That's a tough one. See, I think France is a good title contender. I think Italy can do it as well, and also Belgium. I'm confused among these three: Italy, Belgium, and France. Maybe just for the sake of saying it, I'll choose Belgium.
Okay, Belgium. Okay, fine. My favorite team, Belgium. So UEFA Euro Women's are also coming next year. UEFA Euro Women's. So name one team that to watch out for. This team in the UEFA Euro Women's Cup.
See, Netherlands won the last time. They have a pretty good team.
Okay.
Germany is also good, but I think England can be the dark horse of the competition.
Okay.
I think the squad is pretty strong. So maybe they will win it next year.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for doing this for my show. And I hope that people get influenced by watching this episode and more people come in, so that and women's team को भी exposure उतना ही मिले जिस बारे में आपने बात किया. और धीरे धीरे ये लगता है मुझे कि in the next 10 years, 15 years, we will see a different side of women's football in the world and also in our country. So thank you very much, and I hope we could do that again on a different topic as well.
Thank you for having me here. I think I had a great time talking to you.
मैं आशा करता हूँ कि वुमेन्स फुटबॉल का ये एपिसोड आपको पसंद आया होगा. फिर मिलेंगे ऐसे ही किसी मजेदार एपिसोड में. तब तक के लिए स्टे सेफ, वेयर मास्क एंड पीस आउट.